Ah, yes, another Lego Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 set here. This is Ayesha's Revenge. And it comes with a baby Groot. A different baby Groot, not the same one that came in the second Milano set, but this one actually is in Ravager outfit. See, he's got the dark red color and a unique print there with the zipper going across it. He's got another one of those batteries, the Annulax batteries, to collect, and a different face than he did last time around. So there you go, the most important thing in the set. Well, I'll take you through the rest of the stuff too. Though the name of the set suggests that it's all about Ayesha, she actually only gets a small portion of the build and the part count in the set. Two small builds, one of them is a piece of terrain with an interesting action feature built into it. A simple one, but not one that I've seen them do before. They use the gear shift selector toggle piece in there, and you just push on this stud here that's on top of the Technic pin, and that's just gonna act as a cantilever and just pop her off, right? That just pops up and moves the plate out of the way, and whatever is attached to that plate goes with it. So that could include her, so you could be shooting her off her pedestal. This is a control unit here. It's like an RC transmitter. It's probably not radio control, but you know, some subspace or something. I don't know what kind of technology that they're using, but yeah, that's her controller, because this is a drone. It's a small spacecraft that she's going to be using to control around, and it has two stud shooters on it. It's got thrusters around the back. Focus on just that for a second. You can adjust the angles of some of these thrusters a little bit if you want to, and it has arms which right now are kind of facing towards the rear, but they are articulated so you can bring them forward a bit, not too much. Sorry if that doesn't focus quite right there, but the idea is you could bring these forward to suggest that they're like claws and they'd be able to grab things in front of it. I wish that those could actually pinch like claws to actually grab things. That would have been a lot nicer, a lot cooler. I think you could have done some interesting things. But this is a pretty cool build itself, fun to put together, and has some nice part colors in it. These are actually the 2x2 round corner tile pieces that they've introduced for 2017, and they've done those in gold. We've got some medium azure in there. You can tell that they've built in just about every direction here, so that's good. You can rotate the stud shooters up and down to change your angle, and there's nothing that you put inside of this. It doesn't open up. You know, the cockpit is just kind of showing you a shielding area on the outside. It would have been cool if Groot had a space where he could kind of take command of this thing, jump on it, and then get inside. Most of what you build in this set is a laser drill ship, and that's going to be piloted by Yondu. This is a large special printed disc piece, or dish piece, and they include two of those in the set because you put one of them here and then you put one of them on the other side. I'm very glad those are printed. It's pretty crucial because putting stickers on such a compound curve usually wouldn't work out very well. You know, it's a utility ship, really. You know, it's like a space construction ship. I think it's used for mining, actually, but you know, it's not intended to be a battleship or, you know, a starfighter or anything. So it's got a utility kind of color scheme and kind of construction style, very high visibility, and I like it. I like the shaping. It's very solid inside. It's really, really filled up with pieces. Which I did not expect at all. I thought that most of this would be hollow, but it's not. Here's another thing that I did not expect at all. The canopy is hinged from the bottom, from the base, and you can't open it. There's just no space to open it. So what do you do to get Yondu into there, or any kind of pilot into there? Well, you come back here at the back and you pull all this, pull it back. It's kind of stuck in there right now. I'm just going to open up these sides to get a little better grip on that, but come on, guys, work for me. There we go. It's a little bit sticky in there, but see, all this slides back. Yeah, these sides open, and then all this top part slides back. There we go. Kind of loosens it up a little bit, but that's how you get him in there. So that would be his seat in that spot, And he fits right down onto those studs. You gotta kind of hold on to the head, make sure that he's bent, the legs are bent enough, and then you can slide him forward into there. So that's how he gets behind that canopy, bubble canopy that does not open on its own. Now these flaps open up to reveal a fire extinguisher over here, a wrench on this side, and the other side actually is a little bit useful in its own way because you can put the Annulax battery in there. It's like a trunk, you know? It's just a little storage compartment on the side. The different colors inside of here don't bother me at all because this spends most of its time closed up. It does have some stickers that you can apply how you like. You can kind of adjust these. I think they're supposed to be repulsors here. And it also has the single spring-loaded shooter, just one off to the side, which, yeah, if you want to leave that off, I won't complain. But behind it, it does have a large bracket piece. I guess that doesn't look so bad either. You can put something more detailed on if you want, or just put these grill pieces on there. But you know, it just gives you some action, and they do include one additional bolt to shoot from that. Very bright colors on this thing, kind of as expected. You know, works with the theme. Always nice to get more of the orangish yellow colored parts in general. And it's definitely nice to get a couple more of these wedge plates, the newer 2x2s. When it's all closed up like this, I actually kind of like the shape of it from the top. It's a little bit bulbous, but a little bit sleek at the same time. Before I get to showing just the minifigures, I wanted to focus just very briefly on this new piece that they have for Yondu's hair. Actually, two of them are included in the set. One of them is just one of the spares because it's such a small piece, and it just has a bar-sized attachment point at its base, which just fits into the top of a hollow stud. It's a pretty cool piece that has some nice texturing in it, you know, a really nice level of detail for something that's so tiny. So here are Ayesha, Yondu, and Star-Lord, the supporting characters that, you know, do little things on the side to kind of fill in the time between the Baby Groot scenes. And I like what they did with Ayesha with the pearl gold and the printed, brighter metallic gold color that they used for the details of the eyes and also the cheekbone lines in there. Gives a nice little bit of depth, I think. That was well chosen. And the hairpiece is done fully in the pearl gold as well. There's a secondary face on the back of that. Yondu doesn't get a secondary face because you would see it all the time. The print on the back of his torso isn't quite as great. Star-Lord gets a secondary face. He also has his jetpack on. And there's the full reveal of everything that's alternate on these. Of course, you don't get to appreciate the print on the back of Ayesha's torso for the most part, most of the time, which is a shame because I think that one is really nice. Very nicely shaped, very expressive. And I do want you to see what that face looks like with this hairpiece on. Yeah, it's backwards, but you still get the idea, so you can see just how that works with the hair to frame that face. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention that the arrow that Yondu is holding is his Yaka arrow. That is his main weapon that he controls by whistling. I don't know, I feel like the two main selling points of this set are the Baby Groot version or variant and Yondu himself. And that's not a good thing coming from me, given that I tend to focus on and prefer builds over minifigures. Out of the three builds, so to speak, included here, I actually like the golden drone the most. This is interesting. I think that it's done pretty well, but I feel like it's not going to have a major pull. I feel like it's not going to sell very well. I wish that also it was just a little bit easier to slide the whole mechanism forward and back to get the figure actually in there. That does get pretty sticky, and if you get too rough with it, some things will start to loosen up, and that's not a good thing. But I do like how the drone is built and how it looks. So yeah, that's pretty much it for my thoughts on this set. Let me know what you think about it though, and what are your favorite things and what do you like about it least. My personal enthusiasm for the set isn't all that great, so I'm definitely going to rely upon all of you to get more feedback. So please share what you think in the comments, and I will continue to bring you more reviews with my thoughts in the videos. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.
That's a really bad sign.